And welcome back to Sports Night Niagara. I'm your host, Jeremy White. We're here with Director of Athletics Ed McLaughlin for a State of the Union type address, State of the Department. We spent a lot of time talking about the World Juniors, but you're also a host of another tournament coming up, the NCAA tournament here in just a few weeks. What is Niagara's partnership in that?
We are one of three hosts, the MAC of the conference that we play in for all of our other sports, and Canisius College is a host with us, and we've hosted in 2007. We were one of the hosts. 2004, we were one of the hosts with in that same partnership. So it's a busy thing. It takes about 18 months of planning once you know you have the bid and all that. And it's great for us because when you watch the NCAA tournament games, you see the Niagara logo on the floor. They have it on the banners and all that. And I think it's really nice for our fans to be able to see, we have great college basketball fans here in Western New York. That's an easy one. But it's great for them to be able to see even more college basketball in March.
And the Purple Eagles basketball team itself has its own opportunity to make the tournament with the MAC Conference tournament coming up. So what are you looking for out of this basketball team? How do you feel like the team's performed, and what are you looking for to come the MAC tournament?
Well, I think we've had some ups and we've had some downs. In January was clearly down, and February then was really an up. And our ability to win those games deals with a lot with the confidence that the kids have, and they've built a lot more confidence in February. We've made it a little bit harder on ourselves now, but over the last losing on Sunday. But we always say, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And if you look at how the bracket fills out, we'd have to beat the number 3 team, and then possibly the number 2 team, and then possibly the number 1 team. So if we can accomplish that and get back to the NCAA tournament like we were in 2007, I think we'd all be feeling pretty darn good about ourselves.
Yeah, well, you've been here 3.5 years, so you know these 4 names I'm going to mention pretty well. Tyrone Lewis, Rob Garrison, Bilal Ben, Demetrius Williams, and 4 seniors graduating off this team. What's it like to have watched them grow and to be saying goodbye to them as they celebrate here their last MAC tournament?
Well, it's an interesting thing. Ty and I started together. And Ty was first coming in, and everyone knows Tyrone Lewis's story. But we started together. I started in Niagara literally the same. He was there for summer school, and I just started the job. I mean, we started right around the same time. And he's always been one of those kids that whenever he's around, you feel better. And then the other 3 who came in the next year, I think there's just that kinship with the 4 of them that you really like to see. And I think the thing that we're most proud of is they really became men. They were somewhat not immature, but they were kids when they came in who just loved playing basketball. And now they're men, and they're ready for life. If they go play professionally, that's great. If they go, they go in the real world, as we say. We're trying to get them to not go in the real world for a while. Keep playing for a little bit and chase the dream. But and I think they'd like to do that. But I've really been really happy to see them grow up.
Well, that's 4 of the 320 student athletes that you oversee, 19 sports in all. What are you most proud of from your time here at Niagara? What would you say about your program?
Well, I think if you looked at how things have been, we've improved facilities and, put the new turf field in, and we improved Dwyer. And, we've won some championships, and we're always proud of the kids when they win championships. But if you look at across the board, look how our student athletes do in school. And they all do very, very well in school, and they all take it very, very seriously. And I think we've improved the student-athlete experience, whether it's facilities, whether it's things on the road, whether it's uniforms, whatever. I think the kids who graduate this year can say that we had a better experience when they first got there. And I think that's the most important thing you can do.
Just going to list a couple of things that have also happened. An all-time attendance record and average for basketball, men's and women's soccer championships, volleyball MAC championship, and as you mentioned, the academic 64% 3.0 GPA or higher. So things are obviously going very well. How about the next step? Where do you go from here?
Well, I think we really need to finish off our capital campaign, and we need to do some renovations for our outdoor teams to have locker rooms. That's a huge step. I mean, I think if you looked at how the new field helped our soccer and lacrosse teams, that was a good first step, but we need to take that next step and really help those teams prepare to win championships every year. So that's part of it. And we have a busy year. You mentioned the World Juniors. You mentioned the NCAAs for basketball, and we're hosting the Empire State Games. So we're going to continue to do those things, bring in some recognition for the university along the way, and try to build and build and build and build our television and build all those things that really can make the kids' experience better. I mean, our student athletes love playing on television, whether it's volleyball or soccer or whatever. It's really, really nice. And I think when they are on TV, you hear the stories about what they are as people. And I think our alums are very, very proud. I tell alumni groups all the time, I think you'd be part of our kids.
Yeah.
And I can say that without reservation. Not a lot of ADs can say that too.
Right. Well, congratulations on the work so far and best of luck going forward. And thanks again for taking the time to join us here on Sports Night Niagara. That'll wrap it for this season. Our thanks again to Director of Athletics Ed McLaughlin, all the coaches, all the players that have joined us throughout the season, and best of luck to the Niagara teams heading to the conference tournaments. The men's hockey team again hosting at Dwyer for the CHA March 12th and 13th. We'll see you there. Thanks again for making tonight a Sports Night Niagara.